Oh yeah. Come on. All right, guys, we have a new toy today. This is the Hiboy Titan electric scooter. We reviewed some Hiboy products before. Quality company, make good stuff, make good machines. But today we're gonna put this one through the motions. It has a 750 watt Bosch motor in the rear that peaks out at 1200 watts. So let's go over a couple specs real quick while we're riding. It's rated to go up at 25% grade, and it has a max speed of 25 miles an hour, which we'll test on the little roadway, my little raceway that I ride on all the time. And here's the cool thing about this scooter. The rear brake is on the right. For those of you that have been watching my channel long enough, you know that I was going really fast on one scooter, and I thought I was pulling the back brake when I pulled the right lever, but it was actually the front brake, and over the handlebars I went, broke my elbow, all that good stuff. So maybe Hiboy's listening. Maybe they're like, maybe we need to put our brakes like an e-bike, since so many people are out reviewing them. I don't know, I think people have gotten used to them either way. I ride so many e-bikes, it's nice to have the brake on the right, but so far it's getting me up the hill just fine. Readout says we're going 14. Very, very comfortable. One of the things I love about this is the super wide. Hey, there's a chipmunk. They're always running on the sidewalk when I come riding by. Anyway, I love the super wide board on the bottom. Yeah, we got up that hill just fine. It was actually really easy, to tell you the truth. So let's go over some specs real quick. Top speed, according to the website, is 25 miles an hour. You get a max range of 46 miles. The scooter has an IPX4 rating, and the battery has an IPX5 rating, which means you can go through some puddles and splashing and maybe a little light rain, but I definitely wouldn't submerge it and I wouldn't ride it in a rainstorm. Net weight is 77 pounds, so it's definitely not a light scooter, but it is folding, so you can fold it up and throw it in the back of your trunk, in the back seat of your car, and move it around different places you need to go. It has a 48 volt, 18 amp hour battery. It has a 750 watt rear brushless Bosch motor that peaks out at 1200 watts. Awesome front and rear dual coilover shock suspension, front and rear. And riding up the hill, it took every bump and divot just fine. Then it has front and rear hydraulic brakes. Of course, it has a headlight, tail light, and it has awesome ambient lighting for night. The color display is actually really awesome. Whenever you stop and sit for a minute, it goes into park mode. To get it out of park mode, you gotta go over here on the right-hand side. What's this? Okay, see, that's one thing that's gonna be bad in Las Vegas heat, is the plastic grips. Even though they're super comfortable to hold, has a half twist throttle, by the way. When it gets hot, these have a tendency to slide back and forth. I would have loved to have seen them put a locking grip on here instead of these. See, I can twist it. It's 92 degrees out here, and this thing's already twisting up and down. Anyway, it has a really, really, really nice control panel right here. You got your pedal assist modes right here, but when it goes into park from sitting for so long, you gotta grab the brake and hit the M button, and then you can cycle through what you need to cycle through. When I took this out of the box, it had 1.3 miles on it, so I don't know if that was for testing or if I got a used one. I don't think it's used. It looks pretty brand new. I mean, it is an awesome looking scooter, by the way. It's very futuristic. Over here on the left-hand side, we have your horn and you have your headlight. But right now we're gonna get on with the speed test. I don't know if there's an unlock feature. I really don't. I'm just gonna ride this baby out of the box. All right, here we go. We're gonna try to get to 25 miles an hour. 13. GPS says 15. Readout says 19, GPS says 18. 20. 21 on GPS. Some rocks in the road, it's kind of scary. 23 on GPS. Come on, we can get to 25. 24 on GPS. I think I've gotten more comfortable on these scooters this past year riding them, where I used to be kind of afraid of them. Now I freaking love riding them. Even though I'm a heavy guy, these things are a lot of fun, and they're so great to commute on. Throw on a little backpack, ride it off to work. The range on these things is usually really pretty good. 23 miles an hour. So 24 was the max that I got it. We're going down an incline right now. Yeah, on the incline, I got 24 miles an hour fully pegged, but I got a 24 on the flat. For a heavy rider, that's pretty freaking good. So we're gonna turn right here. Front and rear hydraulic disc brakes. Love it. We have brought ourselves to the Scooter Killer Hill. Now, I call it that because I lost a dual motor scooter on this hill. And this is definitely not a dual motor scooter, but it is taking me 14 miles an hour up this hill and my drone just crashed. Had a little bit of bad luck there. Drone smashed into a light pole while I was riding. But we're back on our ride. We're going up the Scooter Killer Hill. And it seems to be doing pretty good. We're going 13 miles an hour. Started from the middle at a dead stop. So 14 on GPS. While I'm riding, I'm kind of looking up at the drone to make sure it don't smash into something else. I don't have anything coming, but I do have a pedestrian down here. So, but it's getting up the hill really good. Like I said, I killed a dual motor scooter on this hill, and it just, there was nothing I could do. It was toast from there. Even when they sent replacement parts, it was just fried. So for now, this scooter seems to be doing absolutely fine. I'm really, really impressed with the Hiboy Titan right now. I really, really am. I think we're gonna probably go do a little off-road right now. Here's the thing about this scooter. It's super, super comfortable because the deck, the 10-inch wide deck, I think it's 22 inches long, has that rubber matting on it, so it makes it really, really comfortable to stand on while you're riding. Gives that little bit extra cushion while you're riding it. And the fact that the deck is so long, I'm a big guy, I got a big old belly. So a lot of these scooters, the deck's so small, and even though they might allow for a heavy rider to ride them, oh, and the suspension on this thing is awesome. You feel really, really cramped. I can stand on this scooter, which I know everybody gets crazy when you say you stand side by side with your feet. I'm really not, but it's super, super comfortable and rides really, really good. There isn't a single wobble. There isn't a single vibration. Brakes work phenomenal. I'm going 22 miles an hour right here. But there are some pretty big hills here on our little off-road course that have a tendency to tear up a scooter. So we'll give that a shot, but I'm really, really impressed with the scooter so far. And I'm impressed that a heavy rider can get on this thing and ride comfortably. This is the extent right here of the gnarly off-road with big rocks and loose gravel. Because other than this part right here, we're not gonna get too crazy. Because even though they're built as off-road scooters, I'd say these are more for, well, no, this is fine. Actually went through it just fine. I wonder if I can get down on the course without eating shit. Oh yeah. Hit that soft gravel and almost ate it right there. We almost had another scooter accident. But the reason why is because this gravel, and I'm heavy, is 6 inches deep. So, but I jumped off it just fine. Everything's good. Haven't done this in a while in a scooter. And if you can see the suspension, it's taken up every single rut in the road perfectly fine. Just riding through here, fantastic. Super, super comfortable. Love the fact that the rear brake's on the right-hand side instead of on the left-hand side, because my mind is set for right-hand rear brakes because of all the e-bikes. So Hiboy, kudos to you for doing that. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, rides like this, courses like this, you're gonna be just fine. Little downhill right here. A little soft pea gravel right there we went through. Wasn't bad. This is hard pan with a lot of loose gravel on the top. So, like I said, with the 10-inch, I believe these are 10-inch gel-filled tires, just rolling right over them with the knobby tread, not having an issue. The thing I'm loving the most right now is how good the suspension is taking up every single one of the ruts in the road. It is riding fantastic through here. A little bit of soft and gnarly gravel right there. Not an issue. Yeah. No slippage. I don't have, the tires ain't sliding out from underneath me when I hit the throttle. I'm gonna go around the turn here. Got another hill to go down. Yeah, this little scooter's doing fantastic on this. I call it a little scooter, but this is actually a pretty big scooter. It's one of those, the way it's designed, it looks like one of those Mad Max style apocalyptic rides. I love the design of it. And we're rolling today and it's about 95 degrees now since I crashed the drone a little while ago. It's about 95 degrees now, so it's doing okay in the heat. Here's the deal, if you watch my channel long enough, I have terribly bad knees, like really, really bad knees. So when it comes to riding some of these scooters, I'm like, oh, it's gonna hurt. But I gotta do it because I love it, it's fun. And my knees hurt when I ride those. My knees aren't hurting at all right now. That is the advantage of these big rubber mats and these wide boards that you get to stand on. You can chill for a minute, you can relax your legs. I can stand with my feet next to each other, even though people are gonna bitch and complain, you should never do that. I can still do it. And it doesn't affect the way I'm riding. I'm not a pro scooter rider. So riding with my legs together isn't gonna hurt anybody because I ain't going fast enough to injure myself. Love this park. It's always good to ride in. Fun park to ride. It's getting ugly out here. I stopped in the shade for a minute, posted a picture, tagged Hiboy on Instagram. Just threw away the only bottle of water I had. Got to get back on the scooter and finish the ride. I got to tell you guys right now, there's only two things that I've encountered on this scooter that I really, really don't like right now. And they're not even that big of a deal because they're easily fixable. I just wish Hiboy would institute them, is the grips. It's so hot out here, you can see the gap. I got to keep pushing it over. Super comfortable to hold though. They don't feel like plastic. They're like soft, like a soft rubber. And that, here, let me roll this out here. And the kickstand. That is the absolute worst place to put a kickstand. It needs to be back there. Because if you put the kickstand on any kind of unevenness, it folds up and the scooter wants to fall down. But other than that, what an awesome machine it's been so far. Dumped the last bottle of water. It's not that hot out yet, but it is hot enough to where I don't want to be out so long and get too hot and dehydrated. So we're gonna kick it through the park here because it's always a fun ride. And there isn't a lot of people out today, probably because it's Mother's Day and people are out celebrating with mom. So to all your moms out there, even though you'll see this after Mother's Day, hope you all had a very, very happy Mother's Day. And we're just gonna kick it around here. Maybe we'll do a little grass ride right here. Right through the grass, not an issue. Right over the tree branches, wow. That ride's really, really good. That just, like zero resistance. There was like, it didn't resist anything. It just went right through the grass. I even held the throttle full. Now it's not gonna go full speed through there, but. Ooh, says I'm going 17, don't wanna do that. Wanna follow the rules and just kind of do our thing. There's a good area to test the turning radius right now. Let's check that out, shall we? See if we can book it through here. See how fast I can ride in this circle. I really can't look down because I got to pay attention to how I'm turning here. Ooh. Said I was going 8 miles an hour. And I got a 360 camera hanging off the side of my scooter, so I don't want to bash it. Okay, balance is really, really good. That's pretty awesome how it read through there. So let's go through the grass here. Now I'm looking for divots. Yeah, it's riding through here just fine. There are some big holes in here that I don't want to ride in. Flip over the handlebars. Can we get up this hill? Can we do it? Oh, 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 oh. Oh, here we are. All right, so check it out. I rode out of the park. I set my camera up for the ride home, and it didn't record any of it. I don't know what the hell I did. I really don't. Am I recording now? One-handed. I don't ever suggest you guys do this one-handed. I am recording. Anyway, I wanted to talk about the scooter for a minute. This scooter did every single thing I threw at it. It's built very, very well. Very, very stout. I haven't had a single speed wobble. And that's one thing that scares the hell out of me about riding these scooters, is when they have speed wobbles. And this one had nothing. It's ridden perfectly. I've held it full throttle and not even looked down at how fast I'm going. That's how comfortable it is to ride the scooter, especially with the wide deck and the rubber. Every now and then I just gotta change my feet position, but my knees haven't hurt all day. I am too heavy for this thing by 15 pounds, and it just took me up one of the biggest hills at 16 miles an hour without an issue. So if that's not a test for this scooter, I don't know what is. This scooter is pretty freaking awesome. It really, really is. I hope you guys enjoyed the ride, and make sure you check out the links in the description below if this is a scooter for you. 1200 watt peak Bosch motor. I mean, what else is there to say, guys? It's pretty awesome. I gotta turn around right here. Cars coming from everywhere. So, don't even have my gloves on. Like I said, check out the links in the description. There might even be a discount code down there for you from Hiboy. The only two things I didn't like about it are the kickstand and the handle grips. Everything else on this scooter is awesome. You weigh 150 pounds, you're gonna zip around like crazy. Hope you guys enjoyed the ride. I had a lot of fun. We'll see you on the next one.